All right, welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are tearing into a really critical intelligence brief that just landed from Keysguard Night Owl. This one's for November 1st, 2025. And look, this is not your run-of-the-mill update, so we're going to jump right in. So, yeah, right off the bat, let's be clear, this is not your average weekly summary. What we're looking at here is a major shift in the threat landscape. It's an urgent alert, and honestly, it's something that IT and security teams everywhere need to be paying close attention to, like, right now. Okay, so first things first, let's get right to the heart of this alert and figure out exactly what we're all up against.
The very first thing HeesGuard wants everyone to know is the official threat level. And, based on all the chatter and the active exploitation they're seeing out in the wild, well, let's just say it's serious.
And there it is. The threat level is high. Now, that's not just some arbitrary label, right? This is being driven by attackers who are actively and successfully exploiting two huge vulnerabilities in core enterprise systems. I mean, this is happening right now as we speak. So, to really get a handle on the risk here, we have to understand the weaknesses themselves. So let's do that. Let's break down these two specific vulnerabilities that are causing all this chaos. Okay, so this really lays out the 1-2 punch attackers are using. First up, they're going after Microsoft WSUS. Yeah, the very system that manages all of your security updates, and they're using it to get complete remote control. Then, for the second punch, they're hitting a flaw in VMware tools to escalate their privileges. We're talking about jumping from just a basic guest account straight to having all-powerful root access. It's a nasty combo. So what exactly is remote code execution, or RCE? Well, think of it like this. An attacker finds some kind of magic keyhole on your server, and through that keyhole, they can basically use their own remote control to make your server do anything they want. It is, without a doubt, the ultimate form of access. And then you've got the other piece, local privilege escalation, or LPE. Now, this is a little different. Imagine the attacker is already inside your building, but hey, they've only got a guest pass, right? They can't go everywhere. LPE is like them stumbling upon a master key card just left on a desk. And boom, instantly they have access to every single room. We're talking the server room, the CEO's office, the whole shebang. Okay, so now we know the weaknesses. But the real danger here, the thing that makes this so scary, is how attackers are chaining these two exploits together. Let's take a look at their game plan. And this quote from the brief, man, it just nails the core strategy. Successful compromise provides a high-privilege, highly trusted beachhead for lateral movement. Think about what that means. When an attacker hits your WSUS server, they haven't just popped one machine. No, they've captured the very system that all of your other computers trust for security updates. It's literally like poisoning the town's water supply. This highly trusted beachhead becomes the perfect launchpad for them to move silently across your entire network. So this is how it usually plays out, and it maps perfectly to the standard MIT ATTK framework. Step 1, they hit that public-facing app, in this case, your WSUS server. Step 2, they execute their code. Step 3, if they've landed inside a virtual machine, they use that VMware flaw to escalate their privileges up to root. And then finally, from that now fortified position, they start moving laterally, hopping to other services across your network. All right, so that's the problem, and yeah, it's a big one. But look, this intelligence brief isn't all doom and gloom. It actually gives us a really clear, actionable, defensive playbook. So let's pivot and talk about solutions. So the most important question on everyone's mind has to be, what's the immediate plan? What do we do first? The brief is great because it prioritizes the actions you need to take for maximum impact. And here are your marching orders, and they come with a clock. You've got a 72-hour window. Priority number 1, patch WSUS immediately and, just as important, get it off the public internet if it's exposed. 2, update your VMware environment, that means tools and the ARIA automation platform, and disable that vulnerable SDMP feature if you can. And 3rd, the brief also flags a nasty bug in XWiki, so you need to patch that and lock down any public endpoints. But let's be real. Patching is just the first line of defense. It's triage. For long-term resilience, you have to harden your environment. So what does that mean? It means using tools like AppLocker or WDAC to stop unauthorized scripts from running in the first place. It means blocking suspicious outbound network traffic. It means enforcing multi-factor authentication everywhere, especially on your admin accounts. No excuses. And here's a great one. On your Linux guests, mount the /tmp directory with no exec. It's a simple trick, but wow, is it powerful. Okay, now for the final And maybe the most critical piece of this puzzle, the patches. They'll lock the doors, right? But what if someone is already inside? That's when you have to go hunting. And the good news here is that the core logic for detecting these guys is actually pretty simple. Think about it. Your update server, WSUS, has one job: pushing out patches. It should never, ever be opening a command prompt or running PowerShell scripts. If you see that happening, well, that's your signal. That's the alarm bell right there. And here is exactly what you need to be looking for in your logs. If you see the main WSUS service, wsusservice.exe, suddenly spawning PowerShell, that's a massive red flag. Same thing if you see the web process for WSUS firing up a command prompt, or the VMware tools service, vmtoolsd, kicking off a shell. These are the specific digital breadcrumbs that these attackers leave behind. And the best part is, you can take this exact logic and build detection rules for it in whatever security tools you're already using. We're talking Sigma, Microsoft Defend for Endpoint, Splunk, you name it. In fact, the KeysGuard brief provides the specific queries you need, so it gives your security team literally everything they need to start this hunt right now. And hey, if you had any lingering doubts about where to focus your energy first, just look at the threat actor confidence scores from KeysGuard. The WSUS exploitation, they've scored it a massive 8.8 out of 10. The VMware LPE is right behind it at 8.2. This data couldn't be clearer. It tells you exactly where your priorities need to be. So look, if you take away nothing else from all this, let it be these three things. The entire strategy boils down to three simple but incredibly powerful words: patch, harden, and hunt. Patch your systems, harden your defenses, and hunt for anyone already inside. And that really leaves us with one final critical question to think about. The patches are deployed, the vulnerabilities are closed. That's fantastic. Really, job well done. But who got in before you locked the door? Because finding them, well, that's the hunt. Stay safe out there.